Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have one very famous, one that is known, but I don't know how famous it is because it's so expensive. But we got the Just Brooks J&B. See this at most stores. I notice some don't carry it, but most do. Green bottle, classic bottle design. I've got about 30% of it left. Says Just Brooks distilled, blended, and bottled in Scotland, established 1749. Now you got to watch these dates. These dates are deceptive. You would get the impression that this blended Scotch whiskey has been on the market since 1749, but it isn't so. In fact, blended Scotch didn't even become popular until the mid 1800s. Okay, when it started to become the leading type of Scotch, which it still is today, blended instead of single malt. But that's another story. But anyway, really, this brand, if you read the J&B website carefully, was introduced around 1934 after Prohibition, okay? They don't make their own Scotch, J&B. They are wine merchants and liquor too. They buy and sell wine. They are a broker, basically. You understand? They source their stuff. So J&B has been around since 1749 as a wine merchant. You can look at the Just Brooks website, not the J&B whiskey brand website, but Just Brooks. And there's all hundreds of wines and spirits you can buy. But generally they sell wholesale. So like, you could buy $600,000 worth of it, whatever, you understand. So they are official purveyors to the royal household, though. And that's one of those things they're proud of. We are official purveyors of spirits to the royal family of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So that's that royal warrant that they're so proud of. So this is Scotch, but the headquarters is St. James Gate, London. So it's in London, England, the headquarters. It's an English company. They just, like I say, contract Scotch. Niall O'Connor says, hello. Zach Robinson says, good morning, my friend. John turned me on to J&B. I'm having an Irish coffee this morning with Ezra Brooks. Oh, okay. Craig Swenson, I'm enjoying these challenges with the blue label. Me too. It's really exciting. So the J&B website, very good website. I put a link below. They also have one called J&B, and they show a honeybee. It's honey flavored. There's probably some other varieties that they don't list because most of these companies have hidden brands, I call them. Oh, sorry. I actually just put the link to the Diageo website, and it gives you a link to J&B. That's okay. All you got to do is click the link. It's probably better that I had the Diageo website, because then you can look around at their other stuff, which is amazing. And they only show you some of what they make or get made for. Welcome to J&B. J&B Rare. That's what it's called, J&B Rare. J&B Urban Honey. Oh, they've changed the name. J&B. And now J&B Urban Honey. I think they used to just be called, I don't know. J&B Rare. 42 single malt and grain whiskeys. So it contains 42 whiskeys. A few quick things and we'll get started. At the heart of J&B Rare are malt whiskeys from Speyside, a region recognized as the superior area in Scotland for making single malt whiskey. They provide the fruity, fresh quality you can taste and also give J&B its light color. Added to that are some of the finest grain whiskeys Scotland has to offer. They reveal the individual flavors of the various malts, unveiling the smooth character of J&B Rare. Grain whiskey would be mainly column stilled, mass-produced corn liquor, if you want to call it. But there's different ones, different ages, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? You catch what I'm saying? Johnnie Walker website, Blue Label. Johnnie Walker Blue Label is an unrivaled masterpiece, except that there are specialty versions of the Blue Label that are above the Blue Label. But anyway, I guess they mean the whole family of Blue Label. An exquisite combination of Scotland's rarest and most exceptional whiskies. Only one in every 10,000 cask has the elusive quality, character, and flavor to deliver the remarkable signature taste. An extraordinary whiskey for extraordinary times. Now they're saying signing off with a rich and luxuriously longish. I didn't really find that. Actually, I didn't find that at all. I found that it had a quick exit, but I'm sure they know a lot more about taste and whiskey than I do. I'm going to defer to them. They've been making whiskey since the 1800s. I've been drinking it, Scotch whiskey, for about 5 years, tasting it. So don't rely on me. Rely on them. So there's the JW glass, and here's the other Scotch glass. So you got the foil cap cover. So the string breaks it open. So we take that off there and put that on the side. It's going to start ripping apart. That's okay. That's just makes it look fancy. Then the cork, real cork. And pour it here. Blue glass. Fancy pants. And you can tell it's really blue. Look, see? It's blue. Johnnie Walker Blue is not just a Blue Label. It is blue glass. Yes. So there we go. Ow. Plastic cap, but it's a like I say, this thick foil cap cover. Thick foil cap cover. Now you go back over there, JW Blue. Deep gold. Is it colored with caramel color? Most Scotch is. Why? Because it would just be clear. They're aging it in used barrels. The stuff you said, but the barrels make them turn dark. Just look at Jim Beam. Look at Jack Daniels. Look at Cooper's Craft. Look at Old Forester. Yeah, right. Because those barrels are never before used. The char is fresh. So the whiskey, which is clear, whiskey is clear, is going to absorb suck up the black char in the wood. So it's going to be that red color or various shades of chestnut, whatever. Use a tea bag and the tea is going to be dark, right? Now use it a second time. You're going to say, boy, it's so pale. Keep using it. Pretty soon you get no color out of it. They talk about that on a video that was made at Canadian Mist headquarters in Canada. Collingwood Distillery. And they say Canadian Mist is intentionally made to be like a used tea bag because they want it to be mild and more tasteless, because some people like that, they said. Still 40 proof. 40%, 80 proof. Gentleman Jack, they talk about the same principle. They told us that on the tour. They run it through the filter, or they call it the charcoal mellowing process. Okay. Then they run it again to thin it out, the flavor, the color, the aroma. It's all Gentleman Jack is. So it's like you're getting used tea. You know what I'm saying? Tea from a used tea bag, but you're paying more for it because it's got a fancy bottle and it's watered down. So I said, well, these people are clever, these companies, and they're not deceptive or evil or bad, because you could have just done the research and found out what you're drinking, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, by golly. Look how light the J&B is. That is yellow. Greenish yellow. Look how light the yellow is. Look, it's not even, it's like very light gold, very light gold. And look at how dark this is. Oh, whoa. Is it from age? Could be. There's no age statement on Just Rennie and Brooks. There's no age statement on Johnnie Walker Bleu. Love this J&B bottle, though. One of the best looking whiskey bottles in the world. Best looking Canadian whiskey bottle. Maybe it's the James Fox. Best looking Scotch bottle. Oh, this could be one. This could be it. This could be it. Or maybe it's the Johnnie Walker. I don't know, but this is great. I love it. Mm. Oh, age for a minimum of 3 years. Haha. Oh, well, it does have an age statement. Okay, we're going to have to modify the comment. I was thinking maybe it does have an age statement. And I was like, no, I'm in a rush. I want to start exactly 6:30, which I didn't make. It was 6:31. I mean, yeah, Eastern time. And I said, oh, so it is 3-year age or more, probably 10 seconds past 3 years. All right. I'll get that straight. I can't look. I can't look because as soon as I look, I'm going to know one is so light. Now maybe it's so light because they're not adding coloring. So that's what you get. Pale. That's the color. Pale. It's pale like beer, like Budweiser. You know, Budweiser has that sort of greenish look to it. The J&B does too. So does Cutty Sark. Cutty Sark doesn't seem to be colored. And Cutty Sark keeps getting bought out by different people. They have different owners. They've had 2 owners since I bought it. Yes. Oh, that's fine. I was gonna say something. Oh, price. That's what I want to talk about, the price. J&B, I got it on sale at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's the location on US Highway 92 northbound, kind of north of downtown, right in the middle of St. Petersburg. Nice area. They had a sale. I saw it online on the internet, $18.99, 2 years ago, 2018. Well, we were going to St. Petersburg anyway to watch the Tampa Bay Rays. And my father said, yeah, we could stop there. I don't care. So I went in there and bought it. And but normally it'd be about $23. So I got a $5 discount, $4 or $5 discount. Yeah. Johnnie Walker Blue Label. I'm always embarrassed to mention that price because people will say, you crazy. Why would you pay that much? What's wrong with you? I don't make a habit of buying stuff for over $220 a bottle, let me assure you. When I first scored it, I gave it an A, 96. And I said in that solo review where I'm wearing the jacket, and then somebody said, you need to get a long sleeve dress shirt. I said, well, I have one. Many. I have more than one. It was warm in the house, so I wore the short sleeve dress shirt. I said, well, at least people are observant because, you know, when I reached out, you could see I didn't have a dress shirt underneath. But people wear short sleeve dress shirts. That's what people do. And when it's warm, which in Louisiana means February to November, basically warm. Our warm season runs from February to November, more or less. So, but no, I wouldn't go. But what I said was, I never thought my score would drop below 96. It would only go up, and it has seemingly gone up. Seems to have gone up. Like the more I drink it and sip on it, I discover things about the Johnnie Walker Blue. It's like a little adventure, an adventure in drinking. Or I meant to say tasting. I wouldn't drink. I have some self-control. I'm not going to drink whiskey at 6:45 or in my time, 5:45 a.m. It's 5:45 a.m. right now. I think I'm going to drink whiskey at 5:45 a.m. Oh, look, there's daybreak. Daybreak is, all right, dawning. Oh, this smells like grain. Oh, man. With a little peat, like the compost pile. Grain, meaning corn, liquor. You say, well, that's kind of basic. You paid $18.99 for corn liquor. Yeah, that's the general aroma. All right. It's nothing to get too excited about. Little Pete, you say, well, hell, I could get Clan McGregor for half the price and smell that. That's true. You're right. You could. And Clan McGregor is a great budget scotch. Shoot. I love Clan McGregor. I loved it so much that I got an extra bottle when Winn-Dixie had it on closeout for, no, Walmart had it on closeout for $5. They still have the big plastic handle bottles, but they got rid of the 750s. I said, $5. I'm game. I'm on it. Oh. Smoke. Bread dough. Not corn, grain, harsh thinginess. Oh, there's a little underneath. But this is mostly bread dough, bread dough, bread dough. Bread dough, single malt, malted barley, malted milk ball, Whoppers without the chocolate, the malt, the chocolate shake without the, so you start to get the ideology and the description and the thinking ability in your mind. And then you can understand the malt. Now with beer, you get these single malt beers, meaning all malt, no corn, no rice. Like the Michelob is today. Michelob used to be adjunct. It can be a little harsh in a way because I call it barley burn. It's like a burn. Whereas you get the corn and rice, it softens it out, mellows it out. And the whiskey, it doesn't seem to have that barley burn. I guess something about beer. You know, beer is beer, whiskey is whiskey. So I think this is the Just Rennie and Brooks. And you could tell before me because it would be so light. But let's taste it. Which one smells better? Obviously, this one. Does it smell $200 better? I wouldn't go that far. He said, well, you're like Randy Newman. It's money that matters. That's what they say. Yeah, you say it's money that matters. And I say in the USA. But I talked to my brother. He didn't know. And I talked to my sister. She didn't know. I talked to all these people. They didn't know. I said, you look kind of funny. He said, you look funny too. There's smoke. There's peat. There's corn. There's bread dough. There's more smoke. There's body. The finish is sort of long. It's got like Justariniistic characteristics, Brookian characteristics, Speyside fruity characteristics, green apple, apple skins. And all that. Over here, over here, over here. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let me clear my throat. All right. The hand of fate is on me now. Oh, well, I'm sorry. All right, anyway, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. This is the Johnnie Walker, the Jimmy Walker. This is the Jimmy Walker, the Johnnie Walker, Texas Ranger. This is the Johnnie Walker Texas Ranger Blue Label because it is a tunnel of smoke. Like you might hear that song, Tunnel of Smoke. Dun, dun. Then you want to go to the beach in Atlantic in New Jersey. And then like be all sentimental. Anyway, it's a tunnel of smoke. It's rich. It's peaty. Not like the dog. Not like the dog who was a pit bull. It's rich. It's peaty. It's smoky. There's a chewiness about it. You say, uh-oh, that's a bad sign because that could mean it's cloying. Right? No, it isn't. It's like smoked pork. Pork roast. Or pork rinds even. Oil. Some kind of oily thing. Finish. They're saying a long finish. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I want to know what you're doing. All right. It's not for you, Bubba. It's for me. Yeah, it's a quick finish. I don't care what Johnnie Walker says. What do they know about Scotch anyway? I'm the expert in my own fantasies. My double fantasy. In my own double fantasy. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. All right. That's it. Enough. Now I know it's the Johnnie Walker, and it's the winner. The winner. Okay, let's see what they say. Hey, bro, getting ready to go walking for 2 hours. For 2 hours, Jean-Pierre. Good morning, says an anonymous coward. Good morning to you. Jean-Pierre says Strawgator was good. I got 2 more cans. Yes, the Strawgator, not adjunct. I made a comment on your video. Adjunct lager. It's a non-adjunct. Johnny Blue is great. I like Black Label too. I want to, says Tyrannical T-Rad. I want to try the Black Label. I really do want to try the Johnnie Walker Why It's Got to Be Black Label. And then I want to try the Johnnie Walker Why It's Got to Be Black, Double Black. Why It's Got to Be Double Black. Okay. Because I bet you that Johnnie Walker Black is beautiful. I bet it is beautiful. It's going to be beautiful, like when you first got married. Believe me. Okay. I think J&B is fine. It's fine. It was like, it'd be like if you were sitting by the pool with sunglasses on, and then this guy with a suit came over, and you said, oh, well, my man is not around. And then you had a bikini on. And then he said, it's okay. And then he said, you like scotch? I like scotch. And then he had a little tray and he got the scotch. And then he said, with a woman like you, I could go straight to the top. Or something, so you could drink it in that kind of setting. And then you could say Hancock. Sound like a bird, man. So that would be a good setting for it. If you were in Miami, so say that in a place like Miami, drinking J&B. You say, what about Chivas Regal? Well, if you wanted to drink Chivas Regal, it could be like 2 Jesuit priests at a dormitory, and they were like talking about like things bothering them, and one had to go deal with a very big task that he probably didn't feel equipped to deal with. And then the priest could say, where'd you get the Chivas? And you could say, I stole it. I did. And then you'd have a nightmare about this dog running and your mama going in the subway and then this demon going. It'd be very freaky, but that would be a good setting for Chivas Regal. The smoke. Oh, the richness. Oh, the peat. Oh, the burn. It's not a bad burn though. It's a pleasant burn. It's got a burn like with cachet, a burn with character. You know what I'm saying? I think the Johnnie Walker Blue Label is a fantastic product. My assessment is going up. It started at 96. You know what I'm saying? It didn't exactly start low. $200, $220. I mean, we all know the answer to that. People keep asking me, is it worth it? You know the answer to that. You know the answer. You went to Disney World. You paid all this money, all kind of crazy amounts of money. And people will say, is it worth it? You say, well, I got to ride rides. My daughter met Snow White. You know, it's like, you can't even quantify that kind of stuff. So why even try? Would I make a habit of buying $200 whiskey? I wouldn't make a habit. It'd probably never happen again. But I see that I could buy a lot of expensive ones. Yes. I saw a pinch just yesterday, $36.99. I said, man, I need to buy pinch. Pinch is a famous one. Famous. Almost famous. It is. So it's got that cool little basket around it, like a metal basket. Reminds me of like something in 1971 at my grandmother's house. All these wires, like little thin wires, wrapping things up, wrapping her china cabinet. I don't know. It's just reminds me of that. Would I recommend J&B? Sure would. It's got a little harshness to it underneath. On its own, now when you drink J&B on its own, you're not going to pick that up. You're only going to think about bread dough, malt. You're going to say, wow, man, 3-year age, 42, different scotch. It's going to be great. The problem is when you put it up against something like the Walker Blue Label, the Johnnie Walker Blue Label, then it doesn't taste great. You know what I'm saying? Like all the faults and the inferiorities come out. And then you're like, oh, it's harsh grain. And then this thing, it just blows it away, you know? Like you have to have the right reference points. I didn't know what to expect with $220, but I had some kind of idea. And it did seem to match up. But I didn't think, I said, well, it's not going to beat all the rest. But it has been. In fact, it hasn't really even been close. It's so profoundly noticeable. You see what I'm saying? There's where the $200 comes in. You say, let me try it against this. Let me try it against that. And they just cannot hold up. It's so one-sided. So terribly one-sided. And then, oh, the smoke. You just can't get over it. You cannot get over it. So sometimes I'll be walking throughout the day and I'll just have a vision of Johnnie Walker Blue Label in my mind. I'll say, oh, I wish I was drinking that right now. That's how it just stays with you. It's like it comes at you like an affliction, you know, but it leaves you like an addiction. Like you can't shake it. You can't shake it. Hey, what are they really putting in this stuff? I can't. I have made big decision. Going to modify my life. Great big clipper ship